Shalom, shalom, shalom. Back with another street ministry. We're here to talk about the other nations and their fate pursuant to the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai, pursuant to the Bible. But before we get into that, face the Eve, get all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakaha Kodash, to the elder apostle, elder bishop of Great Millstone, and the men on down who I learn from daily. Love to get double honor. Shalom to the 144,000 of the 1/3 of the hopeful elect. Shalom to all Israel. All right, I want to start off by talking about the other nations, those who are not found on the 12 tribe chart, who also helped sent us here into captivity, who helped Esau Edom, aka the white man, bring us down. And in these end of days, the reason why all this evil is coming upon you is because you helped the Edomites put us into captivity. So the Lord got to give vengeance upon you for those things. It's just not going to be a free ride to where y'all can help and you think Yahweh Hashem Shai is not going to touch you. That's not how Yahweh Hashem Shai works. He let y'all ride for a long time while we've been here in captivity. Y'all were able to do your own wickedness, come up with your own evil ways, and the Lord got to recompense all that upon your head. And the first reason is for touching his children, the Israelites, the so-called black, Latino, Native American of this world. So when you got together with the Edomite, aka the white man, to bring us down, hey, the Lord seen that, and he recorded that. And he's going to bring vengeance upon you for those wicked things. All right, we're going to start here first in Psalms 83, which is going to talk about the y'all coming together to help take down the children of Israel. Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. So our enemies made a tumult. They were making a ruckus against us. They lifted up their head. They were ready to battle. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And the hidden one is you so-called black, Latino, and Native American, the people on this 12 tribe chart. You're the hidden one because they hidden the truth of who you really are from you. They gave you other names. Verse 4, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that once mighty nation that we was is no more in remembrance. I mean, they got people over there who trying to call themselves after our name. They got a whole nation they have created trying to call after our name. But the true people of the Lord, no, we no more in remembrance. Verse 5. This the point. For they have consulted together with one consent. So they all got together. Everybody was on one mind about what they were going to do. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, who's known today as the white man, and the Ishmaelites, those are the Arabs of Moab, the Chinese, and the Hagarenes, which are Slocky. I think there was another group of Edomites. Gabriel, there was another group of the Edomites. Ammon, the Japanese, Amalek, they the small hats who call themselves the Jewish nowadays, who are the secret rulers of this world. the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, who are the Canaanite, who today they're called Africans, who they try to mistake, who they not mistakenly Salaki, who they call us. And they know we're not African, that we're Israelite, but the point is they're trying to make our name no more remembered. So they're trying to give us a lineage that we don't descend from. Asher also had joined with them. They had hoping unto the children of Lot, Selah. So all you rest of the nation who not found on this 12 tribe chart, the Lord is going to bring destruction upon you for joining together with the Edomites to help destroy us. And there are people, and a lot of our people are in y'all nation, because we know Numbers 1 and 18, the fathers determine the nationality of the child. So there are some Israelites in each one of those countries that I just named, and they're going to be saved out of them countries too. Even though a lot of them look like those people of those countries, when the time comes, they're going to be woken up to the truth, and they're going to find out their true nationality. All right, from there we're going to head to Zechariah 2. All right, this is the book of Zechariah 2, verse 8 and 9. For thus said Yahweh of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nation which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So you nation that sent us into the captivity, who helped ship us all around the world in those slave trade on those cargo ships. Because all 12 tribes went into slavery on those ships, whether they want to tell you the truth or not. So everyone that had a hand in it, y'all touched the apple of the Lord's eye. So the Most High got to get vengeance upon you for doing those things. Like I said, it ain't no free ride. Just like Edom, y'all gonna have to be destroyed for touching the apple of the Lord's eye himself. Verse 9, for behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that Yahweh of hosts has sent me. So it's gonna come back to where y'all gonna have to serve us, the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans who y'all served greedily, have served y'all upon us. All the different stores y'all have in our neighborhood, taking our money, taking the look money that we do got, and taking it to y'all neighborhood and spending it over there. Don't want to put it back in ours. From the killings y'all done upon us, the hanging, y'all did a lot of the stuff the Edomites done. They just weren't recorded over here. We know about the stuff y'all did in y'all country. So guess what? Just like we was in captivity upon y'all, y'all gonna have to be servants upon us. Thus said the Lord, thus said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Lord of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we can't wait till that day that y'all time to go into captivity. All right, this is Amos 1. We're gonna do the whole chapter. This is Amos 1. The word of Amos, who's among the headmen of Tekiah, which he saw concerning Israel in the days of Uzziah, Salakiah, king of Judah, in the days that Jeroboam, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Israel, 2 years before the earthquake. And he said, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai will roar from Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the inhabitants of the shepherds shall mourn, and the top of the camel shall wither. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have thrashed Gilead, North Slack. I don't want to go there. We're gonna start at 6. Slacky about that. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have carried away, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them to Edom. So for these people, the Lord said He's not going to turn away He will not turn away their captivity, because they helped the Edomite put us into captivity. But I will send fire on the walls of Gaza, which shall devour their places thereof, and I will cut off the inheritance from Ashdod, and him that holdeth the sepulchre from Ashkelon, and I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, said Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So, like I was saying, for those people who helped to send us into captivity, the Lord said He gonna destroy a bunch of them, but the rest He gonna put in captivity, because we're gonna need people to rebuild the kingdom. So the ones who don't want to bow down, who don't want to come under the command of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord is going to destroy you, and the rest of your people are going to go into, the rest of your people are going into captivity. Thus said the Lord. Verse 9. This is Amos 1 and 9. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remember not their brotherly convict. So just like Gaza, the these Salaki, just like Gaza, Tyrus also is gonna have to go into captivity. The Lord is gonna deliver. The Lord is gonna do to them what they did to us. Thus said Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Oh, I've been slacking. Verse 10. But I will send fire to the walls of Tyrus, which shall devour the places thereof. And what's gonna be that fire? That's gonna be the chariots. They're gonna be the Salaki. They're gonna be the chariots of the Lord coming through with those laser fires, burning everything down. Thus, verse 11. Thus said Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he pursued his brother with the sword, and did cast off pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Verse 12. Salaki. Oh, there is verse 12. I'm sorry. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra. So the Lord is going to ultimately destroy the whole of Babylon, which is America. Basra is just another name for it. So because Edom chased Jacob with the sword, and did kill us perpetually, because they're still doing it to this day, and never forgot his wrath. So the Lord said, hey, you're going to be destroyed too. And like I say, ultimately, all of them not going to be destroyed, because some of them going to have to go into captivity to help rebuild the kingdom. And the ones that do die, they'll be reborn into the kingdom as slaves. All right. Verse 13. Thus said Yahweh by Hashem and Yahweh Shai, for 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they did rip up the women with child of Gilead, that they might enlarge their borders. Verse 14. This is the Lord tell you the transgression, then he give you the punishment thereof. Verse 14. But I will kindle a fire in the wall of Rabbah, which was a city in Ammon, and it shall devour the places thereof with shouting in the day of battle, with a tempest in the day of the whirlwind. And that, like I said, in that whirlwind, in that fire, you go back to the chariots of the Lord, what they even call UFOs and UAPs. They're the cloud, they're the whirlwind that the Lord is going to send over there, and with their concentrated laser beam fire, they're going to destroy the nations that stood against the Lord's people that helped deliver us into captivity. Verse 15. And their king shall go into captivity, and he and his princes together, said the Lord. So your rulers, your your king, your lord, I forgot what they got over there, because Japan no longer have a king anymore. Prime minister and all your government officials, all of them are going into captivity. If they don't, they're going to die, then ultimately come back into the kingdom, and they're going to go into captivity anyway. So there's no way of getting up out of this. All right, this is the book of Amos 2 in verse 1. We're going to continue. We're going to continue on with some of the punishment. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Moab, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he burned the bones of the king of Edom until lime. So what punishment the Lord going to give him? But I will send a fire upon Moab, and it shall devour the places of Keroth, and Moab shall die with tumult and shouting and with the sound of a trumpet. So the Lord said going to be a lot of screaming, crying, and whining. You're going to hear sirens going on. But ultimately, like I said, all of them will not be destroyed. We're gonna save a few to bring into the kingdom, and the ones who died, they're gonna be brought back through those few that make it into the kingdom, because they're gonna have to build up the kingdom. They're gonna have to build the kingdom of Israel back up to its prominence. Remember, the Lord said He's gonna turn them into slaves. Verse 3. And I will cut off the judges from the midst thereof, and I will slay all the princes thereof with him, said Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So all your royalty, all your high government officials, whoever the leader is in China, the Lord said He gonna destroy those officials. But like I said, they'll come back in the kingdom, because they're gonna have to serve out. They're gonna have to serve out their punishment from even putting their hand upon us. No one is gonna escape. Whether you die now and you reborn into the kingdom, or you make it into the kingdom and be a slave, you're gonna serve your slavery for the things that you did against the children of Israel, for putting your hands on the apple of the eye of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord haven't forgotten none of that. So all of y'all gonna have to serve y'all due. If you're not part of this 12 tribe chart, or you don't descend from any nation that's on this chart, you're going into captivity. Thus said Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And before you go there, He's gonna destroy your nation. Just so you know, you should never did what you did. All right, this is Ezekiel 25. Slacky, I thought I was there. Starting at verse 1. The word of the Lord came against me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Ammonites and prophesy against them. It's going into more the breakdown of the punishment that the Lord said He was going to put upon them. And say unto the Ammonites, hear the word of Yahweh power. Thus said Yahweh power, because thou saidst, Aha, against my sanctuary, when it was profane, and against the land of Israel, when it was desolate, and against the house of Judah, when they went into captivity. Behold, behold, therefore I will deliver thee to the men of the east for a possession, and they shall set their place in thee, and make their dwelling in thee, and they shall eat thy fruit, and they shall drink thy milk. So the Lord said He's gonna send them into captivity, and all that hard earning, and it's like all their hard earnings and every crop they raise, another nation is gonna eat up like they did us. Verse 5. And I will make Rebahah a stable for camel, and the Amorite is a couching place for flock. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh by Hashem and Yahushua. So, so basically, He's gonna turn them into servants. Like I told you, all those who don't rebel against the takeover when Yahweh by Hashem and Yahushua come back to take His people back and to destroy the nation, y'all are gonna be servants. Plus, you're gonna know who was the one who sent you there. The Lord of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh by Hashem and Yahushua. Verse 6. For thus said Yahweh power, because thou hast clapped thine hand and stomped with thy feet and rejoiced in thy heart with all thy despite against the land of Israel. So all that clapping and jumping and partying that you did when we went into captivity, the Lord said He's gonna do this to you. Behold, therefore I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will deliver thee for a spoil to the heathen, and I will cut thee off from the people, and I will cause thee to perish out of the country. I will destroy thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. So, Lord said He's gonna make them a possession. So all that clapping and partying and all the other stuff you did, the Lord is gonna make y'all a possession just like y'all made us. Verse 8. Thus says Yahweh power, because that Moab and Seir do say, behold, the house of Judah is like unto all the heathen. So basically, Lord, it's like this is the Chinese, and Seir is Esau Edom, aka the white man, basically saying, look, the house of Judah, the chief house, or the three tribes that made up Judah, they're like the heathen. And right now we are. We do all the things the heathen do. We eat all the abominable food from them. We learn all their abominable customs, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, celebrate all the things we shouldn't be celebrating. We do all their evils. Shoot, in some situations, Jake do them even better than what the wicked do. So we look just like the heathen to the Lord. That's why they said. That's why they said we look just like the heathen. Verse 9. Therefore, behold, I will open the side of Moab from the city, from his cities which are on his frontier, the glory of the country, Beth Jeshimah, Balak, Balal Iman, and Kirathim, unto the men of the east with the Amorite, and will give them in possession, that the Amorites may not be remembered among the nations. So basically, Moab was going to go into captivity with his brother Ammon, and neither of them going to be remembered in the nation. Verse 11, and I will execute judgment upon Moab, and they shall know that I am Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So when he executes this judgment, they're going to know the Lord is the one who did it. This is how the Lord is going to make his name remembered in the land and feared, by executing all this judgment upon the heathen, upon the wicked nation who sent us here into captivity. Verse 12, thus says Yahweh power, because that that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them, and they have. Today, today we're still in their hands as slaves. They're still perpetually killing us. They hate us and try to act like they our best friends. They slaughter us here. Then every time you look up, it's always something what Judah is doing. They try to make Judah look more evil than what they are. Verse 13. Therefore thus said Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it. So the Lord said He's going to destroy this place utterly. So man and beast won't inhabit this place. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I think Teman is the German. I forgot who the Dan is. But these are also of the Edomites. And I will lay vengeance upon Edom. See, the Lord just not going to destroy the Edomites here in America. He's going to destroy all Edomites as a whole. But when the Lord deals with people, He deals with nations. He don't deal with just one individual lot. Verse 14. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And when they go into captivity, among us, we're gonna do all the things that they did to us. As I said in many other teachings, all except the gay stuff and the unrighteous killing that they did here and making laws specifically against them. We ain't gonna do none of that because we're gonna rule in righteousness. But all the hangings, the shooting, the the making them slaves, the beatings, all those things throughout the history in the United States that the Edomites have done to the so-called children of Israel, we're gonna do back unto them. Not says me, thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 15. This is Ezekiel 25 and verse 15. Thus said the Lord, because the Philistines have dealt by revenge and have taken vengeance with a desperate heart to destroy it for old hatred. Because you got to remember, the children of Israel and Philistines always fought each other. So us and the Hamites always had battles. So when they saw their chance to get one over us again, hey, they joined in their confederacy to make the name of Israel in remembrance again. So this is the Lord getting on their behind. Basically giving a reason why, and He about to tell you what's going to happen to him. In verse 16, therefore thus says Yahweh power, behold, I will stretch out my hand upon the Philistines, and I will cut off the chastisement and destroy the remnant of the seacoast. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebuke, and they shall know that I am the Lord, and I shall lay my vengeance upon them. So really, we ain't got to do too much. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gonna take vengeance for us. And He gonna destroy it. Like I said, He gonna destroy these places with His chariot. Which the word English called UFOs and UAP. That burning fire is gonna be the chariot. Now when it comes to America and when we come to the city state of Israel, those will be destroyed by thermonuclear fires and the chariot. The chariot's going to get things started, and them nuclear missiles are going to finish them off. But ultimately, the chariots is going to do most of the damage to all other nations. And we've seen that no nation has any vehicle or weapon that can match the chariot's power. We're going to go to Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, Yahweh Hashem and Yahushua will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger and his fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. That's those chariots shooting out those concentrated laser beams, burning everything up. That's what the Lord was talking about when he would come to these other nations and destroy them with flames of fire. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword the Lord will plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So Yahweh Hashem and Yahushua is going to destroy a lot of people. Not just 2/3 of his people, but a lot of people from the other nations. A lot of them ain't going to want to back down. They're mighty men. They're going to watch them be destroyed before their eyes. Regular people, they're going to have to be destroyed for all the sin, wicked sin they committed in each one of their lifetime. The Lord is going to destroy people. So it's not just going to be in one place. It's going to be all around the world. Like I said, the slaying of the Lord is going to be many. From one end of the earth to the next. It tells you that. We're going to go we're going to go back to Jeremiah. We're going to go to Jeremiah 25, and they're going to tell you that. This is the book of Jeremiah 25, starting at 14. What I want is in 33, but we're going to start at 14. For many nations and great kings shall come to serve of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to their work of their own hand. And those many nations, and the them that it was talking about in this passage, is the children of Israel. Like I said, you can see all the business from all other nations. What do they put their gas stations and they food and all the other stuff? They put it in the neighborhoods where all Jake's at. So they're serving themselves of the children of Israel. So not only did they put us in the captivity, they also take it from us. All right, verse 15. For thus said Yahweh, power of Israel, unto me, take this wine cup of fury at my hand, and cause all nations to whom I send thee to drink of it. So the Lord said all nations are going to drink of this out of this wine cup of his fury, for touching the apple of his eye, for putting us into captivity, from taking what little we do have while we're in captivity. Verse 16, and they shall drink it, and be moved, and be mad, because the sword that I shall send among them. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand, and made all the nations to drink unto whom the Lord had sent me. So all of them drunk of that cup. And that cup that was in the hand is the daughter of Babylon. Because the nation laid with the daughter of Babylon. It's like it. Matter of fact, let me get that. I can't think of the scripture off the top of my head. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Like I said, that golden cup is Babylon, aka America. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. That's the cup the Lord told the prophet Jeremiah to take to all the nations. It's Babylon. So all the nations have drunken of the cup of Babylon, drunken of that cup of fury. That's why, just like Babylon, all the other nations gonna have to be judged the same kind of way by fire, which is the second death. They won't. They won't. They'll probably get a couple of nuclear missiles here and there, but they won't be ultimately destroyed like Babylon would be destroyed. Slakia, back to verse 15. For thus said Yahweh power of Israel unto me, take this couple. No, I wasn't there. Verse 16. They shall drink and be They shall drink and be moved and be mad because the sword that I will send among them. And they drunk of that golden cup of Babylon. All the fornication, all the laws that Babylon passed, they drunk of the weirdness that Babylon like to do is in every nation. They trying to free all the women, all the all the wickedness that Babylon prescribed to the nation that they drunk upon. Hey, they're gonna get that same butt whooping. Verse 17. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand and made all the nations drink whom the Lord had sent me. And we saw, and the nation that he gave them to were the nations who was in confederate in getting rid of the children of Israel. Verse 18. To wit, Jerusalem, Salakia, and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, and astonishment, and hissing, and a cursing as it is in this day. And that's right. In this day, we still a desolation, astonishment, hissing, and a curse. We're all those things to this day. So the Lord is going to make the rest of those nations, that came against us, drink of this cup of his fury. Verse 19. Pharaoh king of Egypt and his servants and his princes and all his people and all that mingle and all the mingled people and all the kings of the lands of Uz and all the kings of the land of the Philistines and Ashkelon and Azahar and Ekron and the remnant of Ashdod, Edom and Moab and the children of Ammon and all the kings of Tyrus and all the kings of Zidon and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, the Dan, Teman, Buz, and all that are in the utmost corner, and all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Zamir, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Mede, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth, and the kings of Shamash shall drink after them. So the Lord let you know, all these kingdoms shall drink of that cup of his spirit that he's going to pour out without mixture. Matter of fact, let me get that. Oh, crap. 14, 18, so should have known. This is Revelation 14, verse 9, but what I want is in 10. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh by Shem Shai, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and he shall torment with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And we know that beast system is the Salaki, the digital banking system that they're trying to push. All these other nations are gonna get those banking systems. Now the elect of the Israelite foreigners that are in those nations, now they won't get that mark. But the rest of the people are gonna get that mark. That's why they're gonna drink out of the same cup that Babylon is gonna drink out of the Lord's wrath and indignation. And ultimately gonna be destroyed. But like I said, every one of them won't be destroyed because we're gonna need slaves to build the kingdom back up before all this happens. All right. 20 this is Jeremiah 25 and 27. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of the power of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall, and rise no more, because the sword which I will send among you. So when the Lord send his sword, Yahweh shine in the angels, and for some country, those thermonuclear missiles, hey, you're gonna ultimately be destroyed, and you're not gonna rise anymore. You're not gonna be great nations. And it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup in thy hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, thus said Yahweh of hosts, ye shall certainly drink. So don't think there's a way of getting up out of it, that the Lord is not gonna execute his vengeance upon you. Because he said, whether you think you're gonna do it or you're gonna do it, you most definitely gonna do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Verse 29. For lo, I began to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, which is the Israelite Yasharallah. We are called by his name. And should ye utterly be unpunished? So he bring evil upon his own people. You other nations, do y'all think y'all are not gonna get touched? That will make the Lord unbalanced. We know a righteous how it goes. A just weight is the Lord's delight. So just like we had to get that whooping, y'all got to get that whooping. You're gonna have to take it, whether you want to or not. You're gonna take it. All right. Back in 29. For lo, I began to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, Yasharallah, children of Israel. And should ye be utterly unpunished? That's the rest of you nation. He asks a question. Ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, said the Lord of hosts. Like I said, and that sword is Yahweh Shai and the other angels. They're gonna come and destroy the people destroy the rest of the nation who thought they were gonna get away with all the atrocities they committed against the apple of his eye. 30. Therefore prophesy against them all these words and say unto them, Yahweh Ba'ashem and Yahweh Shai shall roar from high and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grape against all the inhabitants of the earth. So when the Lord comes, hey, he coming with violence. It's gonna be loud, it's gonna be destruction. You're gonna hear those missiles go off, and you're gonna know that the Lord is the one doing it. You're gonna hear explosions, earth gonna rock to and fro. 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For Yahweh has a controversy with the nation. He would plead with all flesh. He would give them that are wicked to the sword, said the Lord. Like I said, all those other nations who don't get destroyed, Yahweh Ba'ashem and Yahweh Shai gonna come in and he's gonna ultimately start destroying the place with his chariot. So all those who did wickedly in any of their past lives and thought they got away with it, and you living good this time, and you're gonna survive to the point the chariots show up, hey, you're gonna be destroyed. Only a remnant of your people is gonna be left to go into captivity. Salaki, I speak too fast sometimes. You're gonna be left to go into captivity, ultimately, to help bring back y'all people so the rest of y'all can go. There is no getting away, even in death. You're gonna have to come back and get that and get this captivity that's coming to you. Verse 32, thus said Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And that great nation, that great Salaki, and that whirlwind is Yahweh Shai on the chariot, as I said. And we went through in Isaiah 66 and 15. That's the great whirlwind. Also in that second Ezra 10, I think it is. I'm going to go back and see what the man that came out of the sea. That's what they talking about. That in that passage, they were talking about Yahweh Shai and the other nations going against them. So, like, let me see, can I find that real quick? The second Ezra. It's like, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Open it up right where I need to be. This is second Ezra 13. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, arose wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled and were under him. That's Yahushua. And whenever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. That's the old laser beams coming from the chariot. And after that I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the man that came from the sea. That's the rest of you nation. Y'all gonna try to fight against Yahweh Charlotte, but let's see what they say happen. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. That's that fathership, the the chariot among all chariots. And I even had a dream and seen that chariot. And man, Yahweh ship ain't whoo. But I would have seen the region or place where the hill was graven if I could not. Basically, it looked like a mountain. But when Ezra said he was looking for the mountain that moved, he didn't see it. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that which gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet judged fight. And lo, as he saw violence of the multitude, came neither lifted up his hand, nor held a sword, nor any instrument of war. But I only saw that he sent out of his mouth, and he had a blast of fire out of his lip, and flaming breath out of his tongue, and cast out spark and tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust shall smoke, dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was so afraid. So Ezra saw Yahweh coming back in that great chariot. And he saw the other nations trying to fight against him, but ultimately getting burnt up by those concentrated laser beam fights. And that's what's gonna happen to these nations. They're gonna buck up against Yahweh but in the end, they're gonna be destroyed. Alright, back to Jeremiah 25 and 33, the point I will come to make. And the slain of the Lord shall be And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day for one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not lament, neither gather, nor burn, nor buried, they shall be dung upon the ground. Like the scripture just said in 2nd Ezra 13. When Yahweh shall come, and him and the chariots come killing everything, hey, you ain't gonna have nobody be able to bury you. Because at that time, you're gonna be running for your life. So you're gonna be seeing people dying next to you, running, getting hit by laser beams, turning a pile of smoke, or just getting charged to death. Hey, it's gonna be an ugly thing for you, but a beautiful thing for us here in beautiful thing for us who's trying to be the elect of Israel, because we're gonna be able to see those things happen. That's why the Lord tell us, hey, don't worry about nothing. For all the things they did against you, vengeance is mine. And these things are the vengeance of the Lord. The destruction, the death, the plagues you see into the world right now, all these is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai starting to enact vengeance, his vengeance. That's why our job is to come out here and preach and teach, not to be out there with guns and knives and trying to start fights and riots and all this other stuff. All right, we're going to Deuteronomy 32 and 35. Salaki. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32, verse 35. To me belong vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. So we don't supposed to worry about taking vengeance back. Vengeance and recompense belong to the Lord. And as you can see, if you truly watching truly reading the scriptures and understanding that that the day of the Lord is almost here, and it's almost time for Him to take vengeance upon those other nations and the thing that they did against us. So death is really knocking at their door. We just waiting for a few more prophecies to kick off. Then Yahushua gonna show up. Then vengeance and recompense gonna be the Lord. Because through Yahushua, Yahweh Hashem and Yahushua is gonna destroy the rest of the nation. And He's gonna set His people free. This is Romans 12, verse 18 and 19. If it's possible, as much as I lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So we gotta live peacefully. Why do we need to live peacefully? Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay, said Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So we don't have to take vengeance. Vengeance, as just said in Deuteronomy 32 and 35, that vengeance belongs to the Lord. And it just said it here again in Romans 12 and 19. So our job is just to live peacefully till Yahushua and the angels show up to come to rescue. Because they're going to take vengeance for us. And trust me, I'm saying this more to myself than anything, especially with one of the new bosses I got in my job. Every time, man, you see him come through and just mess with the melanated people that work there. All the jakes, what I'm saying. He turned it out towards all the jakes, just trying to start fighting, all this stuff. You know, sometimes it get to me. But I gotta remember, vengeance is of the Lord. So when the Lord comes, the Edomite gonna get what the Lord got for him. My job is just hold on to that time coming. All right, this is Micah 5 and 15. I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. That's the Lord speaking. Through Yahushua and His angels, He's going to execute His vengeance. That's why we just really got to live in peace with men as much as we can. That don't mean somebody come up here and slap us and we just turn the other cheek. No, but if it can be avoided, avoid a fight. You think somebody trying to pick a fight? Like, hey man, they go on about the business, get on. What somebody of the other nation. Because vengeance belongs to the Lord. And He gonna repay them for all the things that they did, all the evil, all the wickedness that they did to the apple of His eye, to the world, all the bomber food they eat, the practices they done got from Babylon. The Lord said He gonna vengeance His hands and He gonna repay them back for all of it. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah in verse 16. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So, all the people who took us in as slaves, we're going to take you as slaves. That's what the Lord is saying. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee shall be a prey. All you other nations who come here to Babylon, who start businesses in the neighborhood where the Jake set and take all the money that they got, get them to file food and things like that. The Lord said, because you take us for spoil and made us a prey, we're gonna get to do it to you. That's one thing I love about learning the truth. Because you understand now that all these things that's been done to us here in Babylon the Great is gonna be put back on their head. So not only Babylon, but all the other nations who took advantage of us, who did wickedly by us, they're going to be destroyed. Thus said Yahweh Shem Yahweh. All right. This is Isaiah 14, starting at verse 1. But the point is in 2. We're going to read down to 3. For Yahweh Shem Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and will set them in their own land. So the Lord is still choosing us. He's going to have mercy on us and still choose us and save us out of our captivity. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And those strangers are the Israelite foreigners. They're the Israelite, the speckled bird, who look like the other nation, but don't realize they're the children of Israel. So when we get saved, they're gonna get saved too. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. Who is the them? The them is the other nation. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah for servant and handmaid. So y'all gonna be our servants and handmaid. And they would take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their person. And we're gonna rule over y'all like y'all ruled over us. It's gonna be a harsh captivity. Y'all gonna be a lot of beatings. We're gonna be able to heal you, but we're gonna beat you. Don't think death is you're gonna get out of it once you die. No, we think Lord gonna give us power to bring you back to life and put you back out there to work. It's gonna be a very harsh captivity because y'all done some very wicked and evil things to us. Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in that day, Yahweh by Hashem and Yahweh shall give rest from the sorrow and from fear and from the hard bondage where thou were made to serve. So we're gonna be at rest. We're gonna be chillaxing on the porch drinking lemonade. Real lemonade from real lemon, not the HMO that they got now that Esau Edom, the white man, had created. We're going to be able to rest because we done went through these hard bondages. Now it's just going to be time for y'all. Since my page is taken, Next, we're going to Revelation 20. So just remember, y'all nation ain't going to get away with what y'all did. Y'all got to go into captivity. Y'all got to be destroyed. Y'all got to get the brake shoes beat off y'all. And it's going to be for a long time, man. Because y'all done some wicked stuff to us and continue to do it. Like the Jake woman all those years ago who got killed by that Moab man in that stove. Shot the girl down. Ain't nothing happened to her. Little pat on the shoulder. Now she got judged by the Lord for something she did in the past life, or maybe something she was doing in that life, some wicked shit. So you know how evil Eve had gotten over here. But the fact was, he murdered her and nothing happened to him. So just like Esau, Edom got to get a butt whooping. The rest of you nation got to get a butt whooping too for putting your hand upon the Lord, upon the apple of the Lord's eye. This is Revelation 20:4, but what I want is in 5. And I saw the throne and them that sat upon them, and the judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for a witness of Yahweh Shai, for the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received the mark upon his forehead, for their or in their hand, and have lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So the elect, the first fruit of the kingdom, they're gonna live with Yahweh Shai and judge the other nations. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. So the rest of you nations, y'all not gonna be a nation until y'all complete 1,000 years of servitude to us. And since we're gonna be immortal, we're gonna always be there. We're gonna always know who you are. This is the first resurrection. So y'all got 1,000 years of hard bondage coming upon y'all. So I suggest now, get ready. Cause we ain't gonna take no slack, cause the Lord gonna put his spirit upon us. We ain't gonna take no slack, we ain't gonna take it easy. We're gonna give y'all exactly what y'all gave us. Death and destruction. But righteously. It ain't gonna be no wicked, it's gonna be righteous. Because we gotta recompense all y'all for all the wicked y'all done to us. That will make the Lord just. Everything y'all did to us, the Lord said we can do to y'all. Alright? We're gonna close out here in Isaiah 2, starting at verse 2. And it shall come to pass that in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai house shall be established on the top of the mountain, and shall be exalted above the hill, and all nations shall flow into it. So the leadership of the Lord is going to be established. We're going to be the ultimate power in the world at that time. And the rest of you nation, after y'all get out of that 1,000 years of bondage, y'all gonna flow to it. Y'all gonna look upon us for guidance, for leadership, for ruling on things. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. But like I said, after those 1,000 years of hard abundance is up, y'all gonna come to us for the want of everything. We're gonna guide y'all. Y'all gonna have to live. Y'all gonna have to live by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Y'all gonna worship our holy days and our high holy days. Y'all gonna keep our dietary laws. So all that wicked eating anything out the sea that Moab and Ammon and all their children like to do, we're not gonna do that. You're only gonna eat those things the Lord say you can eat. You're gonna live the way the Lord say you can live. All right. Verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations. Slack it. He shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their sword into plowshare and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall lift not up the sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So in that day, in the true day of the Lord, when the true nation of Yasharallah get back into power, the world won't know war anymore. But as you can see, that's how you can tell those people who are over there now are not the true people of the Bible. Because we're heading into World War III, and the scripture just says that the world is not going to learn war anymore. So I can't wait till that day. Lord willing, I'm under that normal number to make it in as the first fruits of the kingdom. But if not, hey, I know I still make the kingdom, and we'll still have the other nation under our feet. And we still gonna have those powers. So either way it goes, hey, I'm still be good. Whatever path, how about Shimmy how shall I choose for me, I'm gonna be good to know that the Lord is gonna get vengeance for us, and these other nations who done all this wickedness to us, they won't get away with it. That was the best thing for me when I came into the truth, learning that truth, that everything that was done to us throughout these 500 years, the Lord is gonna recompense those nations, and especially Esau, Edom, the white man, for the things that they done. So I hope this camp was edifying to those who it supposed to go to. It probably was a little longer than I thought it was gonna be. But hey, that was the spirit. So I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakadash, to the 144,000 and 1/3 of the hopeful elect, Shalom, Kwam Yashrella, Ababa Ball. To our next video.